WA6EJO, KC6JPG. Steve, a lot of QRM. Hoo-wee. You got hammered tonight. But we got you checked in. I did see your picture. And I did get your audio. So, unfortunately, it was just covered up with a lot of QRM out there. Thank you so much. All right, anyone else on Mount Wilson that'd like to check in with the Amateur Television Network's The Weekly Net? Come in at this time. KC6JPG, Net Control. All right, let's go to Snow Peak, serving the Palm Springs area of the low desert and the Yucca Valley area of the high desert. Let's start with Earl, KJ6DQR, and Julie, KJ6FYY in Cathedral City.
Hello, everybody. Earl here in the Cathedral City Cove. Just gearing up for field day coming up. Hope the weather holds out. We're going to do it down at Lake Cahuilla this year. And if it breaks the century mark, it's going to be sort of ugly down there, but that's what the club wanted to do. And what else? Just same old stuff, different day, pretty much.
Yeah, and he doesn't let me talk.
Why, you got something to say?
And if it breaks the century mark, we're taking our toys and going home, I think.
Yeah, I don't know if they didn't do it inside. They didn't plan on doing it inside somewhere. So anyway, we'll see what happens. Although it's been in the 80s here, we've been lucky so far. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing well, and everybody have a great week.
KJ6DQR, KJ6FYY, KC6JPG. You both look terrific. And yes, thank you for checking in, Julie. Thank you for checking in, Earl. Well, definitely stay cool. Take some misters or something and definitely keep cool because, things are starting to heat up here in Southern California, even though that June gloom is going to continue at least through the week. But we'll see what's going to happen. Well, at least in the Basin. Usually out there, once you get past Beaumont, that's when things clear out. You guys are basking in sunshine. So very good. Yeah, that's going to be a week from Saturday, believe it or not. So with Saturday and Sunday. So fun event. I love covering it when I go to place and covering it on video. That's a lot of fun. Very good. Thank you so much. All right, going to Yucca Valley, and that's where Keith is at, N6GKB.
It looks like we're going to make it. Yeah, it's been cool up here in the high desert. Right now it's 75. So yeah, he's been in the 80s, we've been in the 70s, and when the wind blows, it even gets colder. But they keep saying it's going to warm up. They said that last week, and the week before, and the week before. And I hope it hangs out for field day as well. It'd be nice and beautiful and cool for once. But we got a nice, big, beautiful air-conditioned building that we're in. So we don't really worry about it too much, except for the setup and takedown of antennas. But other than that, we're a pretty good setup here. Looking forward to that. Yeah, but God, it's coming up on us fast. So looking for all of us here in the high desert. Got a good crew of guys setting up Friday already signed up. And and good. Oh, lots of good food. Everybody have a good evening. And I'll catch you later. N6GKB.
N6GKB, KC6JPG. Very good, Keith. Well, I know you're looking forward to field day. That's you love going out in the outdoors and just make contacts. That's a lot of fun, I'll tell you. Even the antenna setup and tear down. It's actually a lot of fun with a group. So it's really, really cool. All right. Well, good for you, my friend. Thank you very much for checking in and looking forward and hoping to hear or see from you on field day. That'd be really cool. All right. Anyone else on Snow Peak that'd like to check in with the Amateur Television Network's The Weekly Net? Come in at this time. KC6 JPG Net Control. All right, so I want the online group to do this. We're going to do a little seance here because we're going to try to get in Oat Mountain because guess what? The sun is setting. The fade is probably starting to set in. So we're going to pray that we're going to see some people on Oat Mountain tonight. So, all right, so for those that want to see, all right, group, all right, group. Do your thing. Here we go. You got it. Yeah, that's it. That's it. All right, we're going to try it. Oat Mountain check-ins come in at this time. KC6 JPG Net Control. Definitely a drum roll. Well, let's try the individual route. How about Bob? W6KGE. Bob? How about Glenn? WA6GMB out there in Simi Valley. W6IST, Allen, Porter Ranch. All right, let's see if we can get Mike on Whereby coming in. K6LDK in Valencia. Mike, come on in, my friend, and we'll get you checked in through Whereby. That's what I said too. That's what I said too. That's what I said. Okay, so hello. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, whee, that's quite an effect, wasn't it? You got it. All right. Well, obviously, Oat Mountain is definitely having some problems regarding the fade. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to Santiago Peak this time, and let's go to Gordo, WB6NOA in Costa Mesa. Oh yeah, links are turned on. Yes, because here I am, and we saw Tom in there in 2.4, so we're good. All right, let's go to Riverside. Norm, KD6 OMD. Norm, come on in.
Good evening. This is Norm, KD6 OMV in Riverside, in sunny Southern California. We have some pretty fair weather here, even though we're typically having overcast mornings. But, it's not bad. We're kind of in between the soaky rainy weather and the screaming hot weather. So I'll take what I can get. Anyhow, I was wondering if perhaps Tom was going to try and work Mike when he's on vacation on HF. But maybe Tom will come back and comment on that later. Anyway, I'll turn it back to you. I won't hog the show. This is Norm, KD6OMV in Riverside. See you guys.
KD6OMV, KC6JPG. Very good, Norm. Thank you so much for checking in tonight. Your picture looks great and audio is terrific. Thank you so much. All right, let's go to Tom, the president of the Amateur Television Network Southern California chapter. And that's WB6HYH, Rancho Cucamonga.
Okay, there we go. Where shall I start? I guess I'll start with what I did this weekend. And oh yeah, Norm, I definitely plan on working Mike when he's down there in the islands. So we'll see, and I'll try to send out something to everybody whenever I do hear him on the air. Make sure that those that have HF can give him a call. So let's see. Then this last weekend was a lot of fun. Let me mute my audio on Whereby because it's confusing me quite a bit. Come on. There we go. Okay. So, to get back to this last weekend was VHF contest. It's always the second weekend in June. And Fail Day is always the last full weekend in June, which is usually 2 weeks after VHF contest. And it's always been one of my favorite contests. A lot of fun, especially now that I've got antennas up for working both sideband on VHF and FM. And this weekend was a lot of fun. For one thing, on Saturday, 6 meters tried to open a little bit. Worked a couple of out-of-state stations, but really wasn't that great. Did some pretty good contacts on UHF single sideband. 440 single sideband, which surprised me. Actually got 5 grid squares on the UHF frequencies there. And I got 6 grid squares, which is usually kind of awesome. I don't usually get DMO5. But we got that and all the other 4 around us here. And let's see, 12, it's down San Diego area. But anyways, that was a lot of fun. Did FM and single sideband on 2 meters and 70 centimeters. And but the real fun of the whole weekend was Saturday. I got up at 5 a.m. to work whatever I could work as the sun's coming up, hopefully some DX, which is across the United States. Didn't really get too much until about 10 o'clock in the morning, and then the band started opening up, and it kept opening up, and it kept opening up, and it was full bore, out of this world by 2 o'clock. Contest ended at 8 o'clock, and but I ended up working 105 stations on 6 meters and 44 grid squares. And those grid squares were all over the place, from Florida to Virginia to Texas, Wyoming, Colorado, several stations in Colorado. And let's see, where else? Well, they were just kind of scattered all over the place, so all over the United States. And I kept getting new grid squares almost until 8 o'clock. It was just fun. I just stuck on 6 meters because for every grid square you work, that almost gives you however many. Like I had 163 contacts altogether, so one more grid square gives you another 163 points. So that's how that works. But anyways, had a lot of fun. So weekend before last was museum ships weekend. did fairly decent with that. And this last weekend with the 6-meter band opening, that was awesome. So had a lot of fun. I know everybody that's really into VHF contests is always hoping for a 6-meter band opening. There's 2 other ones throughout the years. There's a January and September VHF contests, but usually you don't see band openings on those. But the June one, it's kind of hit and miss, but it's getting better all the time right now with this sun cycle as it is. So anyways, I just wanted to brag about that. That was awesome. And let's see, haven't really done too much more of anything else, but continuing to work around the house here, get things ready. And I wish Mike was going to be on. I'll have to give him a call later and make sure he's leaving day after tomorrow. And I think it's in the afternoon or evening, but I'll get a hold of him and make sure he gives us a call whenever he's on the radio, if he can. Hopefully he'll have internet access, and so we can get on the radio and see if we can work him down there. That'll be awesome. And so that's about it. I'll turn it back to you, Roland. This is Tom, WB6HYH, Rancho Cucamonga.
WB6HYH, KC6J. Whoop.
Good, Mike.
Well, several people were transmitting at the same time, and it was going a little nuts over here. It looks like Tom had something else to say. Tom, did you have something else to say? Come back. KC6JPG.
I don't think I had my audio mixer on here for most of my transmission, did I?
No, we heard you just fine there, Tom. You were A-OK, perfect audio. And congratulations on the, 6 meters and working all those grid squares. That's awesome. I say you had a lot of fun when the band opened up. That was cool. So very, very good, bud. Great job. And are you going to do anything for field day? Come back, KC6JPG.
Seeing as how I did ham radio for the last 2 weekends, I don't think I'm going to push my luck and try to get out for next weekend. I got things around the house here I got to take care of, and so much for playing ham radio. I tell you what, back in the day, my brother will tell you this too. Me and a buddy of mine up in Sacramento, when we did field day, we did it up on a mountaintop. And almost every year we would get together with, either my son and my brother or some of his buddies up there in Northern California. And we'd four-wheel it back to a mountaintop that there was 2 or 3 that were always pretty good. And we'd go up there and we'd set up camp, set up a tent, and the tables and everything underneath the canopy, and we really had a ball doing field day. We'd set up all kinds of antennas, and I did that for many years, and then I kind of got out of it for one reason or another. We couldn't coordinate our schedules together to have field day off, so missed it for a few times, and then we finally decided we're getting too old for all this stuff, man. Just us going up there and trying to set up tents and antennas and trees and roll cable out and unroll cable and all that. Just got to be too much. So, and it just doesn't seem to be the same working field day from the house. You got to be out in the field. That's why they call it field day. But I've done it a couple times from the house, and it's okay. But It's not like it was back in the old days, I tell you. I really enjoyed it then. But anyways, I think I'm going to skip this year, and maybe we can do something next year. I'll go out and help my brother. That might be fun. So anyways, back to you, Will. WB6HYH.
WB6HYH, KC6JPG. Oh, very good. Doing it at a house is actually pretty fun too, because this way you can get to communicate with the people out there in the field. And, if you have a disaster or things like that out in the field, and you can communicate, whether it be across the country or around the world, you get that D class of a station. That's really awesome. It's all good. Anyway, but very good, Tom. Thank you very much once again. And of course, I saw your brother saying, "Yeah, come on over, brother." Exactly. Thanks again, Tom. Thanks very much for all that you do. We really appreciate you. All right, continuing. Let's see if Gary is out there. W6 KAGE in Running Springs. Okay, Mike, I'm going to check you in. Valencia coming up. All right, we're going to go back to the Oak Mountain side. We're going to check in Mike, K6LDK over there in Valencia. Mike, it's great to see you tonight, my friend. How you doing tonight?
We're doing pretty fair, just pretty fair. Hanging in there anyhow.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you're hanging in there. Anything for the net tonight?
Nope, not much else going on here.
Well, very good. Well, thank you very, very much for checking in, my friend. It's always great hearing from you. Excellent. Thank you, thank you. All right. Anyone else on Santiago Peak that'd like to check in with the amateur television networks to the weekly net? Come in at this time. KC6 JPG Net Control. All right, let's see if Job's Peak is still on and see if anyone would like to check in from Job's Peak. KC6JPG, Net Control. All right, Rod worked very hard on the Santa Barbara system. It's working perfectly. And let's see if we can have anyone check in from the Santa Barbara repeater. KC6JPG, Net Control. All right, how about Ord Mountain or Mount Potosi coming at this time? KC6JPG, Net Control. All right, any station that hasn't checked in that want to check into the Amateur Television Networks, the Weekly Net, all repeaters, all systems in the Southern California and Nevada area, come in at this time. KC6 JPG, Net Control.
Hey, Roland, do you know what frequency Mike Collis is going to be on?
I have not heard yet from Mike on what frequencies he's going to be working, but I know he's going to be definitely trying 40 meters. And if he can get out at night, he'll try 80 meters. So, like I said, he's in ham radio paradise. So as soon as I communicate with him, I will definitely share the information with you all. All right, Steven, stand by. You're going to be first, my friend. All right, let's go into our chapter stations, and we're going to start with Massachusetts. And we're going to start with Stephen, KC1, LPZ. And Stephen, he looks very frozen, doesn't he? Stephen, hopefully you can hear me. How you doing tonight, my friend?
Stephen is out for the count.
He's moving.
He's moving. Stephen, KC1, LPZ, KC6, JPG, net control.
This is your conscience speaking, Stephen. Someone is talking to you.
Okay. Well, let's do this. We'll go to New York. How's that? And we're going to check in our buddy Manuel into MJF out there in the Big Apple. And Manuel, how you doing tonight, my friend?
I'm doing all right. Somebody just detonated an illegal fireworks in front of my building. That's what it was. And I got the police car in front of my building. Yep. Usual, crime, fun. I'm looking at the mayhem in the news and stuff, gun happiness. Other than that, it's fine. I mean, I may have to get an appointment at Bellevue tomorrow. Nah, just kidding. Yeah, it's fun here. I give it back to you, Roland.
M2, MJF, KC6, JPG. Very good, Manuel. Always something, right? Same thing here in LA. We're always having something going on. Very good, my friend. Thank you very much for checking in. All right, let's go to North Carolina. And that's where our buddy John is at, AF7PA in Mooresville. John, it's great to see you tonight, my friend. There he comes, and we got him on full screen here, and there we go. Ready for the repeater? John, it's great to see you tonight, my friend.
Well, it's great to be seen. My
AF7PA, KC6, Well, very good, John. All of a sudden, my ingestion system has freaked out. So I got to do a little reset over here. All right, very good. Right. Okay, now my entire machine completely froze up. Isn't that something? Sorry. Anyway, we got you, John. Thank you very much for checking in with us. All right, I'm going to stand by for some priority traffic and at this time so I can reset whereby in the ingestion side. KC6 JPG, net control. Sorry, guys. Hang in there. All of a sudden, when John was speaking, the entire system just completely freaked out. All kinds of digital garbage. Oh, my goodness gracious.
It looks better now.
Yeah. Well, nope. I didn't break the repeater. I broke digital. Look at that QRM too. That QRM is something else. There's Tom. All right, booting things up again so we can get people on whereby to check in. So hang in there, hang in there. Okay, so we're recording once again, so that's good. Okay. Stand by. Da 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 da.
It's like flying. You gotta be good at waiting.
Uh-huh. Patience. Patience when things break.
Somebody told me about a patient that I am not a doctor.
Are you a doctor? A doctor of patience?
No.
Doctor has patience. All right, here we go. Let's go back. And let's do this. And let's pipe you guys in. There we go. Pipe it in and allow, and there we go. Right, and let's turn this guy down so you don't have to hear me. There we go. All right. We are back. Okay. We unbroken the broken. So let's go ahead and let's check in Steven, KC1 LPZ over there in Massachusetts. Steven, it's great to see you tonight, my friend. How's everything for you tonight?
Better than what you're doing there. Nothing's broken tonight here. That's unusual, but no, everything is working fine over in Massachusetts. Weather is a little bit rainy now. We're still getting that rain from North Carolina, and that's about it for around here. Market was good today. I think everyone's waiting for Jay Powell to not raise rates, so the market was good. It was time to sell and take some profits. Everything's good. I'm going to pass it back over to you, Roland. KC6 JPG. This is KC1 LPZ. Back over.
KC1LPZ, KC6JPG. Well, very good. Well, yay. I'm glad that stock market is agreeing with you. That's awesome. Yes. Hopefully the good news will prevail. So we'll definitely do this. We definitely need some relief. Oh, very good. Thank you, Stephen. Thanks for checking in. All right. Let's go to Florida now. And that's where we're going to go to Wolfgang, KV4ATV over there in Panama City. Wolf, it's great to see you tonight, my friend. And how's things on your end?
Been a real busy day over here, Roland. Had National Weather Service Tallahassee's web server went offline, so our SARNet kind of lost its feed to the people. Next thing I know, my phone's ringing off the hook because I'm in the chat room with them. So I wound up working up to 10 warning areas all the way from Mobile to Jacksonville up to South Alabama and Georgia. So I was active with that pretty much all day. Me and K4NRD over in Madison. And I did a presentation on the Don't Be Left in the Dark lighting system and stuff for David and them down there on the East Coast. Got my second of my 5th certificates in for my hurricane training today. So both my certificates are now in the bag. I got 3 more to go, and then Saturday, Mark Wool, and then we're going to be over at the Gulf Coast State College here. And he said we're invited to come over and do the Skywarn training and filming. So I'm going to hopefully get that in the can and be able to get it over to you. So, if anybody wanted to watch it later and stuff, they can get the advanced training on Skywarn. He said just the people within the Tallahassee area can submit it, and they would get certification for it. But anybody outside the area could submit it to their local National Weather Service and get their certification. So that's what we're working on over here right now, waiting on the Arden MeshNet box that will be here tomorrow. So I'll get that up and hopefully get on the map. Other than that, I'm just about wore out over here, Roland, because I have been storm chasing and everything. And, well, now they don't call me an amateur meteorologist anymore. They now call me a freelance meteorologist and stuff for the National Weather Service out of the Tallahassee office. So that's about all I got going over here right now. I'm going to keep up the pace. So if you need me for anything and stuff, Roland, just give me a holler and stuff. So I'll be over here monitoring radar and watching the nation on the screen. KB4ATV, Panama City, ATN.
KB4ATV, KC6JPG. Wow, that's terrific. Congratulations on becoming a freelancer. That's awesome. Very good news there. So, and looking forward to seeing some great things from the National Weather Service. It'd be great to share on the Amateur Television Network. Thank you very much, Wolf, for all that. All right, looks like no Ron tonight, so just give Ron our best, and like I said, thank him for his service. And I know that he was very busy during Memorial Day, and of course tomorrow's Flag Day. So woohoo! So if you see our stars and stripes, definitely stop and salute it. Definitely. All right, let's go over to Arizona, and that's where we're going to check in Lee, our net control for the Amateur Television Network Arizona chapter. K0CCU, KC6JPG. Lee, it's great to see you tonight, my friend.
Good evening, Roland and the net. You see me here on, I guess I got 2 screens up. I went and got me something, water to drink, and decided I'd come out here and sit on a patio with my wife, enjoying this nice, cool 90-degree evening here in Arizona. Somebody must have been after somebody. The helicopter's been flying back and forth over here for a while, and probably over on 43rd Avenue. Maybe they robbed a bank again. I don't know. But anyway, Mike did get one when he was over here on Sunday. He gave me a listing of frequencies he will be on. But the best way to do it is he told me go up on Victor Papa 6 Alpha on QRZ. And when you get up on that site, there's a de-expedition going on over there right now for one of the islands off of Pitcairn Island. There's a de-expedition going on. And so they list a whole bunch of frequencies on there. And Mike says if you look at those frequencies and go 5 kilohertz up from the frequencies they have listed, that's where he'll try to hang out, is on those sites. I think he's going to overlap with the expedition for a little while. But anyway, if you go up on VP6 Alpha QRZ and look at and he only listed 15, 17, and 20 meters for me. Both, let's see, what's that? I'm looking to see what it's CW. I can't read my sheet here, but anyway, the first frequency was, I think, CW, and then the single sideband frequencies. So anyway, that's the best way to look at it, is look at their frequencies and then go about 5 kilohertz up. So over here in Arizona, it's been a nice to see 448.400 back on the air. It's a little off frequency, but we'll have to get that next time. When the next person goes up, they can fix that, or the next time Mike comes after his vacation, comes over here, he'll go up and fix that. And he did take the repeater down and added a fan to cool it off, keep it a lot cooler, because it was drifting off frequency with the when it would heat up and squeal there once in a while. So a couple of things to do there, but he added a new fan, and there's some other stuff that he needs to do. And then Rod, he was still having trouble. He's got to get his 30-inch dish at his house realigned to get into the white tank repeater on video. I think it's a 5710 or whatever it is he transmits on, and hasn't got that. He's got to get some help from W7 VF Charles to get over there and help him realign that dish. So that's about all that's going over here in Arizona now. Oh, Rod finally came online there. I see him now. I'll let him talk for himself, because the next time he gets to talk, he'll probably have been over to karaoke and won't be able to talk because he's had been screaming too much. So back to you, Roland. KC6 KC0CCU in Glendale, Arizona.
K0CCU, KC6JPG. Very good, Lee. Wow. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad you're having a great time with your wife and enjoying the beautiful sunset that's happening over in Arizona, and some great weather. So that's terrific. Thanks again for checking in. As a matter of fact, Mike just called me and was letting me know about what's happening with him. He's packing things up. He's playing Tetris via suitcases and backpacks, trying to fit everything in. Continuing with Arizona, we're going to go to Rod now, WB9 KMO over in Mesa. And Rod, hey, I was telling the group about your so far experience on the IC 905, and I'll tell you, you got the creative juices flowing, and love to hear from you. KC6JPG, net control.
Okay, whoops, hang on. Oh, darn it. Why? Oh, you can hear me. It looks like I'm muted, but I'm not.
No, what you're seeing is the Santiago Peak muted, but you're not, so you're fine. Oh, he went away. Okay, so he went away for a moment. Oh, there he is. He's back. Okay. WB9 KMO KC6JPG. Okay, we're going right back to you, Rod.
All right. Well, let's see. I've got a lot going on. I don't know what's worth reporting and what's not. We're still having some problems with the 448-400 machine. It's 2 kilohertz low in frequency. That's easy enough to deal with. You either dial your frequency down or just talk softly back off on the mic so that you don't deviate outside of the bandpass. And that works really well for the people on the west side that are close in. There's a problem with interference from someplace, maybe Luke Air Force Base, and they are just tearing me up from the East Valley. Sometimes I can get in just fine with 10 watts. Sometimes I can't get in at all with 75 watts from here. And so not sure what we're going to be able to do about that. Have to learn more about it. And maybe I've got to get a bigger amplifier. We'll see. It's really too bad. As far as the 905 goes, boy, I'm having a lot of fun with that. It's a very nice piece of test equipment, actually, for playing around with FM on the microwave bands, 2 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz. So I've been watching 5910 from White Tank, and I've been monitoring my 5712 backlink with it. I've got 2441. I have to put up an appropriate antenna for that. I thought I had one, but I don't. And that will get me into White Tank from here. I'm 55 miles away, by the way. And I think I've got a feed on my 6-foot dish for 2441, but haven't located the coax for it yet. I've got quite a coax mess in my closet. And I can also monitor the 2417 that goes out to Mount Lemmon, and that transmitter is still live, even though there's nothing on the other end to receive it. So all of that is available to me with the 905. So I'm playing around a lot with transmitting and receiving on those frequencies, but still not doing anything to win your award for transmitting and receiving through. I don't know if that's for through a California repeater or through any ATN repeater. Anyway, I guess I probably have officially succeeded in doing it through Arizona repeaters, since I have one right at my house. Lots of other things going on, getting ready for field day. We're going up on the Arizona Rim for field day, a place called Lost Eden. And one of the Superstition Amateur Radio Club guys has 40 acres up there. And I've gone there for about 5 years now. Just a wonderful place. And we get 40 to 50 members out of a 225 member club go up there for field day. We just have a blast, and we'll have lots of stations on, some club stations, and they encourage everybody else to take their own station and experiment with it and experiment with antennas. And so I'll be up there for more days than the contest alone, probably be up there for 3 days with Cheryl in the RV. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Anyway, that's all I've got for now. I'll be around later. This is Rod, WB9 KMO, East Mesa, Thunder Mountain. Back to you.
Oh, WB9 KMO, KC6JPG. Wow, very good, Rod. I'm certainly glad you're having a lot of fun with that IC905 test equipment. That's awesome. That's one fancy piece of gear, I'll tell you that. And like I said, I just pulled another crate out and selling more stuff. So we're definitely collecting and raising money so we can get that neat little test equipment on my shack too. Thank you so much, Rod, for checking in with us. Continuing with Arizona, let's check in Tucson. Joel, KD6W over there. And Joel, it's great to see you out there tonight. And looking great. Looks like, it looks like the project at the house is coming along very, very well. Taking over to you, Joel, KC6JPG, Net Control.
Hey, everybody, this is Joel, KD6W in Tucson. Yeah, the project is pretty much winding down. Now it's down to little minor punch list items, stuff that was back ordered, finally got delivered. Got some bad news on my little mini fridge today, which that didn't go down very well. So that's what happens sometimes. So anyway, the work is pretty much done. So now we're starting to move in, stuff. So we have our kitchen back, but so basically you can see the backsplash is all done, and you got everything that you need on a hot weather day. That we're going to be over 100 for the next couple of days, so it's going to be a hot Tucson. So, but the ham radio stuff is starting to get on my punch list. That we have a couple of things to accomplish over the next couple of weeks, but that one of them is to get back to California. So I might actually be able to operate field day from California, but who knows? It depends on how far I make it in my schedule. But it was good to see Mike this last weekend. Ed chauffeured us up the side of the mountain, went up to White Tanks, of course. Plus, we took delivery of all the Tucson equipment, so it's just minus a rack. Now I got to go get a rack. So basically, we have all the parts and pieces to reconstruct the repeater that we used to have up on Mount Lemmon, and we'll be able to start operations here. Not certain that we're going to be able to link back up to Rod or up to White Tanks from Mike QTH. But yeah, we had a chance to go up to Lemmon and see the aftermath, so to speak. We had the chance to go visit the old site plus the proposed new site, but then we lost the new site, lost its tower. It's gone. So we have a bit of a pickle right now. We're saving a whole bunch of money on our car insurance, not running a repeater up on Lemmon, but for gosh darn sakes, we're not holding up our end of the bargain for amateur television here in the Tucson market until we actually get something on the air. So it's our hope to be able to relaunch operation here at this elevation. So it'll be one of my things that I'm going to be going back to California to pick up is one of the towers that I have access to. So trying to get that back here. It'd be great if there was something local that I knew of, but I don't. And they're just a little expensive to buy. I happen to know where I can get one for free. I just have to go get it. So that's the one caveat. But hopefully once we're able to put the parts and pieces together, we can start with a modest antenna system. And then once we're able to put the tower up, then we can go to a much more formidable system. Chances are we'll be able to find something on a mountaintop this year, but don't know until we have more conversations with the stakeholders. One being Tucson Mountain, which is right over my head. It doesn't have about half the elevation of Mount Lemmon, but it's because of its location. It might actually have a shot to get up to White Tanks direct. But we don't know yet. I have to get onto RF Finder and do some work to see if that's true and work out the details. If we can make something happen, that'd be great. But don't know yet. It's been one thing after another trying to get the kitchen closed up so that we can go get permit. I have this one plumbing fitting I have to deal with, which is the pot filler, which is turning out to be a little bit more of a pain in the butt to deal with, but we'll get there. That's all from Tucson. Back to net. This is Joel, KD6W in Tucson.
KD6W, KC6JPG, congratulations on the great job. I love the backsplash. That looks really, really good. So great job. And hey, we know all about getting repeaters deployed and stations deployed. It takes time. And just like you said, we will get there. We will get there. Just have fun. And I'll tell you, Joel, the place looks really sharp. Congratulations. It looks great. Thank you so much for sharing Well done. All right. There's our Arizona chapter. Now we're going to go making our way to Northern California. And that's where our buddy Jim is at, K6SOE, in the Berg, Pittsburgh, that is. Jim's great to see you out here tonight. And, of course, looks like you had a fun net on Thursday. Always enjoy your nets. And we're going to take it over to you, KC6 JPG, net control.
All right, Roland, good evening, and to you in the net. And Joel, your kitchen's looking good. Glad to see curtains hanging. So that's always a plus. So you get that extra touch there. So, all right, let's see. I should get my AC unit reconnected tomorrow. I got my roof has been waterproof now for 6 whole days. And it hasn't rained again, so haven't tested it out to its full extent. But anyway, hopefully Friday I'll get somebody that starts banging wallboard up on the ceiling, and we'll get moved back into the room here shortly. So I've got my fingers crossed, and we're getting set up for field day. Probably be operating HF on field day from the high school down in downtown Concord. So we've got parking lot there that has a bunch of solar panels that we get to use as shade. And luckily they're very quiet. No RF interference at all. So we've been lucky there. So anyway, not too much else going on here. We'll turn it back to net. Glad seeing everybody. And we'll see everybody after net. K6SOE. He is stuck in the bird. Back to you, Roland.
K6SOE, KC6JPG. Well, very good, Jim. Thank you very much for sharing. Congratulations on the waterproofing. Sounds like your station is going to be back on the air very, very quickly. So we're looking forward to seeing your pictures once again from the Berg Shack. You got it. And that's Pittsburgh Shack, that is. We love it. Thank you, Jim. Great job. Looking terrific. All right, let's go right back. And looks like we got Gary on the line, W6KVC. And I believe he's still in Oregon, I think. And so, Gary, hey, it's great to see you tonight, my friend. And how's vacation going? And taking it over to you, KC6JPG, net control.
Well, my vacation's going very good. Whatever. I'm in my trailer right now. I'll walk outside and show you where I'm at. And whatever. I camped out with my brother. And whatever, we're at Lake Wickiup here near Lapine, Oregon. So there's one of the fingers of the lake. It's a pretty good sized reservoir. And up here for the last week and a half, we're going to have to tear down Friday and start heading back to California, darn it. But anyway, you can see my rig right behind me. And then we go over here. There's my brother's rig right over there. They were about 50 feet apart. And we've been doing a little riding. There's my ATV. My electric bike was right over there. Truck with the boat trailers over there. The boat's down there at the lake tied up right now. And have a lot of fun. It's been good. I don't want to come home, but I got to. Got things to do back in California. So Saturday and Sunday, I'll be on the road. Should be back Sunday night in California. So next week, I'll show you a whole bunch of pictures I've taken here on my cell phone and whatever. Also had a good time at CPAC at the ham convention. A lot of interesting things over there, and it was a good convention. Done a lot of fixing and repairing on both our rigs, and kickback. The fishing's been kind of lousy. They drained the reservoir, so I don't think there's any fish in it. And whatever. So guess we're going to have to wait with the droughts that they had up here in Oregon. So our fishing part of this thing has been kind of lousy, but been playing on the radio. got good cell service here, fair enough to get on the web. So anyway, back to you, Roland, and everybody. W6KVC.
W6KVC, KC6JPG. Well, very good, Gare. Wow, nice and bright still up there in Oregon. It's nice to be up there in that higher latitude, so we get the delayed in the sunset. It's like you can fish until 10 o'clock at night. It's so cool. Oh man, well, you know what they say: the worst day fishing is better than the best day working, right? That's what they say, and I'm glad you're having a great time. Wow, brought your bike, brought the ATV, brought you and your brothers looking terrific out there. So great job, my friend. I'll tell you, I love looking the views. I got you back online again and just loving the views. Beautiful, beautiful shots. Wow. That looks great.
Well, I was at the CPAC convention, and my old buddy Reno from my farm was there, so got to spend some time with him. That was a lot of fun.
Very good. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. And of course, not too far. Not too far is going to be where I'm going to be going to Minnesota up in the Leech Lake, and that looks pretty similar too, with all the trees and of course we're got cabins out there, and we get together with the family. A lot of fun. Gary, thanks for sharing, my friend.
Okay.
Have a great time. I know it's hard to go back home, but I'm looking forward to seeing all the pictures. That's going to be great. All right, well, let's go right back to California this time. And, well, Don was just out here, darn it. I was hoping that he might be able to check in with us. But looks like that is about it. And I'm going to turn it over back to any late or missed check-ins on the RF side that like to check in with the Amateur Television Networks, the Weekly Net. Please come in at this time. KC6JPG, Net Control. Hi, Mike. WA6SVT, KC6JPG. How's the packing going? Now, Mike is very busy at the moment, that's for sure. Don't forget to pack your DMR radio now. I know you're going to need it, because you know what's going to happen. If you don't bring it, you're going to need it. Don't forget the hotspot. You can communicate with all of us here on the ATN, and then some, and ATV. 3196, Brandmeister Network. Yeah, it's, oh, very good. All right. One more time. Any last-minute check-ins before we... there's no Newsline tonight, Newsline next week. So last-minute check-ins before we close. KC6JPG, Net Control.
Okay, good. I got some audio this time. Hello to everybody, WA6SVT. And got my little luggage scale. So I got, here's my HF station, let's see. Limit is 11 pounds, but if I take the power cord for the radio and stick it in my pocket, it's 10.9 pounds. And that's nothing else in my backpack but my HF rig. So, yeah, I'm going to be somewhat limited in what I can take. Got the TV transmitter. This is going to go in another backpack. And this is the power supply from an HF station. That'll go in the other one. Plus Everybody will probably have room for a toothbrush and things like that. Everything else will have to go into the main suitcase. So there you go. That's what's happening. Back to net, WA Success VT, and also known as VP6MC.
WA6SVT, KC6JPG. Well, Mike, I'm very, very excited for you, my friend. That's terrific. I know you're playing Tetris right now and just making sure that all the pieces fit and getting all that weight management happening. And I know you're trying to pack as light as you can. So that is awesome. I'm definitely looking forward, not just the pictures, but the video. The video is going to be the most awesome. That's going to be exciting. So very, very good. As a matter of fact, Gary, he just showed live video at his campsite, with his brother's rig and his rig and all the wonderful things that they're doing out there. And I'm glad that you guys are just having the best of times. And of course, in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be heading over to Minnesota and having a lot of fun with the family. So that's going to be great. So, Mike, very, very good. Thank you very much for checking in tonight. And, boy, we really appreciate it because this is going to be your last check-in on the net until you get back from the island. So, unless you go on DMR radio, because we'll be checking in on DMR radio, too. So, that would be really cool. All right, very good. Any last-minute check-ins before we go to our Whereby Roundtable? KC6, JPG, net control.
Yeah, the only reason I'm even taking the camcorder is because I can put it in my pocket. And otherwise, I don't want to put too much in the way of electronics in the regular suitcase. In case I decide that I want to operate using a dipolar inverted V. Let's see. Got a balance. I got one already up on my tower. Doesn't have the fancy sticker on it though, but this is give this to Merelda when I'm done using it on there, so she'll have one. So anyway, Ed over in Arizona made me up some stickers. Probably hard to see what it says. Anyway, fancy smancy, huh? But the Babylon works really nice. It's got pretty close to 40 dB of isolation for balance, unbalance as far as common mode. And this will work 160 through 6 meters, no problem. Good for 4 or 5 kilowatts. It's got Teflon coax in it. And let's see what else. Anyway, got the bottom 25% of the suitcase already full of cables and wires and stuff like that that's going. And it leaves me with about 28 to 30 pounds of weight for all my clothes, toothbrush and all that. So there you go. It looks like we got a fade going on. Anyway, back to net. Also, there's a de-expedition on Ducey Island. That's Victor Papa 6 Alpha, and that's the Northern California DX Club. If you want to check that on Google or QRZ.com for that, they have the information on their frequencies. I'm going to try to operate about 5 to 7 kilohertz above where they're operating. There'll be an overlap of 4 days. The 2 days I'm at sea, and then 2 days I'm on the island. So anyway, that's where you guys can find me. Back to net. Thanks for letting me check in. WA Success
WA6SVT, KC6JPG. All right, Mike. Very good. That's terrific. Well, the balance looks really, really good. So, wow, that's terrific isolations. You should be able to work all kinds of different stations with that. And like I said, you're going to be in ham radio paradise. So that's going to be really awesome. Awesome job. Thank you very much, Mike, for sharing. And like I said, I love that little camcorder. I'll tell you, just remember, size matters not in this world because, that little Canon is going to take some fantastic video. So just bring lots of SD cards with you. So very good. Thanks, Mike, for sharing. All right. Any last minute check-ins before we close? KC6JPG, net control. Well,
yeah, Wolf sent me this. This is his micro VNA. So I got to stick this in one pocket, my camera in the other. That way I can resonate antennas and stuff and not have to bring my big antenna meter. Anyway, bye-bye.
Yeah, very good, Mike. I think it'd be loaded with electronics when you go through TSA. So, take some bags with you. Protect the electronics. Very good, my friend. Thank you very much for checking in. Last minute comments, last minute check-ins before we close. KC6JPG, net control. Well, very good, everyone. Well, this has been the Amateur Television Network's The Weekly Net. We definitely thank you much for watching us tonight and participating with us as well. And if you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget, hit that subscribe button. We're almost at 700 subscribers now, and we're growing pretty darn fast. We were like 650, a week and a half ago, and now we're almost at 700. So the word is definitely spreading around. So thank you, everyone, for spreading the word. Hit that subscribe button, and you'll be notified each and every time when a video gets posted on our channel. All right. So we're going to go ahead and return the repeaters back to their normal use. We thank you very much for participating with us tonight. This is Roland, KC6JPG, saying without you, there would not be a net. We really appreciate each and every one of you for watching us and being with us tonight. And at 20:55 local time here in Rancho Cucamonga, California, the Amateur Television Network's The Weekly Net is now officially closed. We're going to our Whereby Roundtable at whereby.com/ATN1. Take care, 73, and we will see you on Whereby. KC6 JPG, clear.
Exciter and an 8-watt power amplifier. This is on TV channel 25. And this is going to be their first television station, and it'll be all digital. So that goes into another backpack. So they're all excited about that. And then here's a little switching supply. That's about 1.5 pounds that powers that whole thing. And then I brought an HV110 in case I need it for testing, and all the different cables. But we're going to... This amplifier will still make it down into the ATV band, top of the 70 centimeter. So we're going to take pictures and run their first ATV, and then finish setting that thing up as a TV station for them. So yeah, we're going to have a lot of firsts going on down there. Alrighty. See everybody later. W86SVT. Be back on the air as VP6MC. So hear me on HF 73s.
Okay, before Mike goes away, I'm going to go ahead and turn it into the Whereby group mic, and we're going to get the comments from everyone, and we're going to wish you a bon voyage and farewell. So here we go. Group, just go have at it. KC6 JPG.
Bon voyage.
Happy trails. Well, he's in California now.
Sail with the wind at your back.
Right.
Oh, very, very good. You guys are awesome. Great job. Hey, how you like that one, Mike?
Okay. Thanks for all the comments. I even made a manual. How about that? So the guy takes care of some of the technical stuff on the island. We'll have a full manual with, I hope everything he needs. Plus I got a little USB dongle with the programming stuff in case they have to do anything. I got all that. Schematic and all the HiDAS pages. So anyway, they should have everything they need. So any last questions? I'll take a listen here for a bit. WA6SVT.
Oh, WA6SVT, KC6JPG. Oh, very good. Group, raise your hand if you have a question for Mike. Oh, you got room? Lee says, "Got room for me?" It sounds like you're taking, some gear and a half. Oh my gosh, this is going to be great. So Mike, remember when you go onto the boat and disembark from the boat, make sure you get the video of all the gear. KC6JPG. Good night, Manuel. See you on Thursday, buddy. Okay, we're going to officially shut her down and we'll go to whereby. So this is KC6JPG. Repeaters are now returned for their normal use. Take care. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. 73. KC6JPG. Clear.
About the boat.
Oh, we were commenting about make sure that you get your video camera out so when you embark and disembark from the boat with all the gear and having your family carrying all the stuff for you. So that will be a treat, definitely. And of course, you operating, and of course, getting some video from the TV station there at Pitcairn. We're very curious, including Joel. KC6JPG. 6JPG.
Oh. Guys must mean this boat. Yeah, it's a ticket for the boat. Yep. Getting pretty excited. I just don't know where I'm going to put this DMR stuff unless I stick it. I could probably stick it in my suitcase, but it could get stolen. So I just don't have any room where all the rest of the electronic stuff's at to haul it. As it is, I got extra antenna cables and stuff like that I have to haul in the suitcase. I just don't have any room in the backpacks anymore. Not when they give you an 11-pound weight limitation on those. I get 50 on the suitcases, so that's a little. I can put more stuff in there, but I lose line of sight of them. When you have to do checked luggage.
Hey, Mike, I got a question for you. Do you know what time zone you're going to be in as far as UTC difference?
Well, I think we're 8 hours behind you on from UTC. Well, Pitcairn is 1 hour because they don't use savings time. They just do standard time. They're 1 hour, like we're 1 hour ahead of them because we're on savings time. Now, when we leave Mangareva, that is 2 hours difference. So once the boat leaves, like when they're going to serve us dinner, I think at 5, I'll probably be on sometime after 5 o'clock. That time, which would be 3 o'clock, no, 5, that'd be 7 o'clock in California. So don't expect me any earlier than 7 o'clock on the air. It might be 8 o'clock for Maritime Mobile. And then off and on during the day, the following day, and off and on during the following evening on the 21st. So anyway, the best thing I could suggest is listen for the VP6A big pile up that is going to happen because of that de-expedition. Because if you can hear them, you should be able to hear me once I get on, and I'll be about 5 to 7 kilohertz above their frequency, and I'll most likely be, it seems like right now 20 is the best band, 20 or 17 meters. 15, 10, it seems to close down as soon as it just barely gets dark from what I've seen today. So hopefully that answers your questions. If I get a hold of one of the local guys out here, I'll ask them to, get everybody a phone call, get everybody that can operate HF on the air to work me. Because if you work me, you'll get one of these cards here, and I'll fill it out and mail it from Pitcairn with a Pitcairn stamp. It'll take a little while to get it, but you'll get it with the fancy stamp and everything. So, whoops, there you go. So I'll take probably about 30, maybe 30 of these cards, maybe 40 with me. The rest, with all the other people I work, I'll wait till I get back to the States and mail it because it'll be a whole lot cheaper. I can't think of anything else. I've probably bored you guys enough. So back to you, Tom.
Yeah, and okay, so what date after 7 p.m. Will that be?
20th, Tuesday, exactly a week from today. So while you guys are getting ready for the net, I'll probably be on the air about the time the net happens. So if you're there hearing me, you could patch me through. That would be cool to do that. So anyway, there you go. So if you want to go higher in the band on 20 to get away from all the DX sounds, to patch me in for the net, we could make an arrangement for that and give that a shot if you'd like.
Okay, that will be really cool. We'll see if we can do that. So we'll be pointing our antenna down that way. It says it's 188 degrees, the bearing from here to you, so it's almost due south. And we got the antenna pointed that way already, so we'll be looking for you. Hopefully we'll hear you, and have a great trip. You and Laura and everybody just enjoy it. Really enjoy the trip. I'm sure you will. So we'll see you on the air from Pitcairn, WB6HYH. Back to you, Roland.
Oh, WB6HYH and case and WA6SVT, KC6JPG. Well, that is going to be awesome. I'll tell you. Very, very good, Mike. I know you're going to have a really, really great time. Oh, looks like Mike. Hold on, Tom. Hold on, Tom. I'll get you. KC6JPG.
Roland, you got no audio.
Check. Yeah, probably not on the repeater. Let me check here real quick. All right, there we go. Yep, we're on. Okay, let's try that again. All right, I got audio, and I got audio on the repeater, and you should be able to hear me now, Tom.
Yep, got you loud and clear.
Okay, sounds great, Gare. You take care, and give a okay. So so if Mike's watching, give a big wave again to the group. Wrong channel. There we go. Wrong channel. There we go. Wave to the group, everybody. There you go. Wave to Mike. Bye, Mike. Oh, very, very good. Well, Mike, have a wonderful, wonderful trip, and hopefully we'll hear you on the air. We're looking forward to it. All right. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and check out 21:08 local time. The repeaters are now back to normal use. KC6JPG. Good night.
Video tour of Mount Wilson. I can plug it in and hold the camera and aim it at my screen. If anybody wants to see it, it's all been edited too.
Hold on, Rod. Let me switch over to you. Stand by. KC6JPG. Go ahead, Rod.
Okay. Mike, do you copy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he hears you. Go ahead, Rod.
Okay. And this is for you too, Roland. I know Mike is really busy there, and hang on a second here, give you a little better view. Oh, if I get it too high, I get into my projector. So I want to get this RTSP stream going. I'm getting some feedback here. Hang on a second. Okay, I think that should kill it. Want to get the RTSP stream going, and I know that you checked in with Mike, and you might remote into his machine and get the ports opened, but I know he has a tight schedule, but I really sure would like to get that audio connected and get those ports opened before he leaves, because I want to make use of that. So just wanted to check in, see if that's possible and when it might possibly happen. Back to you.
Well, I talked to Roland tonight, so that'd be a question for Roland if he's got time to remote in and help set that up. Once it's talking, you can get a stream, then I can move it down tomorrow morning downstairs. But if he's got time tonight, but I know he's got to get up early in the morning for a class. So if he's got time, we can do it. If he doesn't, then the only other possibility would be tomorrow night, and after that, I'll be out of time.
What do you think, Roland?
Well, if he gets things plugged in, the address and the port is good. I just have to remote into his machine, and we'll go port forwarding on his local address, because more than likely from the old Cerevo Live Shell X, it had a different address. So we have to basically do a what we call network address translation and do port forwarding and open up that particular address and port. It should be doable.
All right. Well, let me know. I'm all set to receive it at the push of a button. So just waiting for things to happen on your end.
Sounds great, Rod. Yeah, I'll bring my I bring my laptops to work anyway. So when Mike gives me a ready and things are streaming, then and if he's ready to for me to remote into his computer, then I can definitely do a port forwarding on his router and get rid of and eliminate the old port forwarding from the old address. No problem, my friend.
Okay, that's good. I hope it goes smoothly. Thanks a lot. Just wanted to remind you, I know we're running out of time here, and it maybe doesn't take very long, but have to shoehorn it in, I guess.
True that. True that. All right, KC6JPG, back to Mike.
Well, my computer's on. All I got to do is put the team viewer on, and you can jump in and set it up. I'm going to be getting a dinner call any second, so just let me know if you're interested in that. I'll set up team viewer right now.
Well, Mike, if we can do it tomorrow, because it's after 9, I got to get to bed because I got to wake up at 3 in the morning. So I have to teach in the morning.
No audio rolling.
Check. Yeah, I got audio. It's working. KC6JPG. If we can do it tomorrow, that'd be. No audio on Whereby. Oh. Yeah, I hear you on Whereby. Okay, fine. Okay, very good. Yeah, if we can do it tomorrow, that'd be great because, like I said, I got to get to bed. So, KC6JPG.
Morning, afternoon, or evening? Give me a rough idea of what time frame.
Yeah, more than likely, sometime mid-morning, afternoon. Evening, I have teaching another class. So, trying to get that IC 905.
Want me to call you on the phone about 10 o'clock?
Sure, that works.
Okay, thank you. Have a nice sleep, WA6SCT. 7-3.
Very good.
Really good net, and lots of things going on here. Mike, we sure want you to have a great trip and lots of fun. Don't work too hard. So I'm sure we'll be in touch. I'm going to try to go to a local station here with HF so that I can work you in a place called Ventura. And we'll see how that works out. I can't do it from my house, but we'll try to send some RF your way and see what we can do. I'll see if I can contact, VP6A as well. That'd be fun. So, yep, got me motivated to get on HF. There you go. We'll catch you guys later. I'm bowing out now. And thanks for a good net, Roland. Have a good night.
And you have a good night too, Rod. Thank you very, very much for participating, and thank you very much for all that you do. And looking forward to getting that IP link happening, and you'll be able to remote in. That'll be fun. All right, clearing out, and I will talk to you all later. It's KC6JPG. Good night, everyone. You can take care, and we will see you on Thursday for Jim's Net. KC6JPG, clear. You have fun too, Jim. Thanks again, buddy. Great job. Lee, thank you, buddy. Time for Rojo to go to sleep. Oh, you got it. Take care, everyone. We'll see you Thursday night. KC6JPG. Good night, Lee. Good night, John Boy. Good night, Lee. Good night, John Boy. I don't hear any audio, Lee. Oh, you went bye-bye. All right, bye-bye.